What's going on, guys? This is Pedram, and I'm coming to you from pedramtv.com. And today in this video, I want to talk about what is it like to be an entrepreneur? What is it like to embark yourself on a journey of business, entrepreneurship, and what is it like to really go all in business and entrepreneurship, just like any other goal you might have? What is it like deciding and making a decision today to become an entrepreneur, to become someone that just sell themselves to entrepreneurship and are willing to do whatever it takes to become successful in business and entrepreneurship? What is it like? How does it feel? And more importantly, is it something that is for me? Would I want to embark myself on the journey? What is the journey like, and is it something that I'm happy doing as a person? And I'm going to tell you about my experience for the last 5 years plus on the journey of business and entrepreneurship, and just trying to do something that is different. So let's get into the video, and I've actually put a list of 10 things that you should expect as an entrepreneur. And before you get into it, you should look at this list, and you should ask yourself, is this something that I want to do, and is this something that I enjoy doing? And I tell you right now that it's not the most easiest journey you're going to put yourself into. And really, if you like it, it's going to help you overcome the issues and solve more problems in order to become successful at the other end. But for now, is this something I want to do, and is this something that I love doing? Because if the answer is no, then you're probably doing the wrong thing and it's going to be painful. So let's get into the list of the 10 things. And number one is to prepare yourself to be lonely. That's right. And I know in this list I'm going to sound very extreme, and I'm going to sound like black and white, because it is black and white. And you only know it once you put yourself into the actual journey. You will see that there is no gray area. It's black and white. Pretty much, you either be the best or you won't be. That's it. It's really that's how it really works. And you know that once you embark yourself. So be prepared to be lonely. And you might say otherwise, but be prepared, because I'm telling you right now, I'm sure 100%, based on myself and based on studying so many other people, that prepare to be lonely, because it's gonna be hard work. And prepare to be having lonely nights where you trying to figure things out in order to make it work, especially in the beginning phases. Prepare to be lonely, because it is a tough work, and it does take a lot of headache, and it does take hard work, and it does take loneliness as a first thing, I would say, to prepare yourself for that. Number two is to prepare yourself to work real hard without any result. You see, in a job, you get paid for the time you spend in whatever job it is. As long as you show up, you spend some certain amount of time, you're going to get paid. In business and in the journey of entrepreneurship, you might work for 3-4 years, you might work for even more and don't get paid. You might be working on your dreams for a number of years and don't get paid. And it's really hard to work when you don't see any result. It's really hard waking up every morning and working when you don't see any result. But you just have to be strong. You have to keep going, because guess what? The work that you're doing accumulates, and then after a certain period of time, you will see the result from your work. As long as you're adjusting, you're learning, and if something is not working, you're changing, and you are aware of what you're doing, and you are sure exactly what it is that you gotta do every day to get to your goal. And be prepared that things are not going to go your way, and things are going to be hard, and you gotta work real hard without getting any result. And you might do that for a long time, because you are ultimately working for result, and you're no longer selling your time. So expect to be working for result and working for a long period of time to get result. Okay, so number three is about, like, forget about your dating life. Forget about going out there and meet, if you're a man, if you're a woman, and you are dating a lot, forget about that, because you really won't have time for that, and that's going to consume a lot of your time. And now you might say again, why are you thinking black and white? I'm sure I can start a good business and go out there. Yes, but you will not be able to be the best in what you're doing. And because your energy, your time, your focus is limited, you will not be able to do everything. And you got to just focus on the most important things. And by you dating a lot and chilling and all of that stuff, that means that you are spending time, focus, energy somewhere else, and that means that you have to spend less time on your business, and that less time in going to where you want to go. So really it is black and white, because really you gotta forget about your dating life and focus on your craft and becoming a better in whatever you're doing. And I'm not saying don't date at all, no, but I'm saying it's gonna be tough, and you won't be able to just live as an average person and just go through life and be able to start a business and become successful. So number 4, be okay with working now and getting paid result later. I've mentioned that. Be okay with working right now and working real tough without any result. That's what entrepreneurs, that's one of the qualities of entrepreneurs. That's why they get respected, is because they are willing to work real hard, and they are willing to work hard without any result, working every day without any result. Number 5, forget about hanging and chilling with your friends. There is no time for that. There is no hanging and chilling with your friends. Like I said, prepare to be lonely, prepare to work real hard, prepare to work on what's important, because we will not have time to go out and chill and hang out with your friends and do all of that stuff and build a real business and become really successful and become part of the 1% in the chosen craft, because it really takes much more than that. There are other people who are working out there, working real hard. And in order for you to become the edge, in order for you to become an expert in your chosen field, you got to forget about hanging and chilling, because the more you hang out and chill, the less you're going to be able to work on your goals, and the more you hang out and chill, the more distracted you're going to be, and you won't be able to continue with the things you got to do. Number 6, no alcohol, no drugs. Why? Because alcohol and drugs take away from your performance. You might think, oh, it's okay because I'm the kind of guy that drinks, and the next day I'm fine. And I'm not the kind of guy that get affected by alcohol or drugs. Trust me, when you're drinking, when you're on drugs, your performance lower. You might not know about it. You might think you're okay, but who are you to judge? Because when you are not at your best, when you're drinking, when you're under influence of a drug or alcohol, you are not be able to be full 100%, and it takes a lot of time to recover from alcohol and drugs, and that will be that you won't be able to work on your craft and work on perfecting your craft and becoming the best you can be. Alcohol and drugs ultimately distract you from the real truth, and not only that, you won't be able to have enough focus to be able to work on your craft and become the best as possible. Number 7, being confused and lost and becoming frustrated. And this is one of the other things that's true about entrepreneurship. Be prepared, be okay with feeling lost, with feeling confused, be prepared with feeling unsure. Is this the right thing I chosen? Is this the right thing I've done? Is this the right path? If I done something else, what would have happened? Be okay with a lot of that frustration and confusion to be there, because ultimately when you're working now, and especially when you're not getting any result, it's going to be real tough, because you're confused, you're frustrated, and it's really hard to keep going. So be okay with being confused. Just learn to ignore your emotions. As a high performer, you gotta learn to ignore your emotions, because if you don't ignore your emotions, they will get the best of you. So be okay with confusion and frustration. Number 8, your life is going to be boring, and it's going to be routine. And that's why, like I said, it's important for you to choose something that you love, because if you don't choose something that you love, it's going to bite you later on. It's going to be boring, life is going to be routine, and you gotta every day wake up and do the same things again and again, because it's gonna be hard. There's no time to hang out, there's no hard to travel left and right, there's no time to drink, there's no time to party, there's no time to do crazy stuff, because you're ultimately trying to become the best you can be in your chosen craft, and that takes real hard work and real dedication. And be okay with your life being routine, and be okay for your life to be boring, and getting rid of all the all the things that makes you happy for the short time, one as drinking and alcohol. Number 9, be working on yourself, learning and working on yourself consistently. Be okay with putting yourself outside your comfort zone. Be okay with things not going your way. Be okay with challenging yourself consistently, going out there and making stuff happen, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a real tough time, and you're going to you gotta constantly put yourself outside of your comfort zone. You gotta always be learning, always be growing as a person, because guess what, you're going to be needed. Because when things are not working for 2 years and you're working for a long time, or 3 years or whatever, guess what, you're gonna have to be learning to make sure that what you're doing now is wrong, so you can adjust and improve, and make sure that you're going to get closer to your goal. So be okay with working hard, with working real hard, and learning and growing as a person, because guess what, you're going to be needing it. Number 10, critics from your family, from your loved ones, from all the people who are around you. They're gonna say, get a real job, what you doing with your life, man? Are you crazy? What is this you're doing? Why don't you get a real career? Look, end of the day, you are the one that's going to be giving other people paycheck and giving people paid, and so therefore you are working on something that is real important, and it's something that that's is out there, is other entrepreneurs have done it, so if they can do it, ultimately I can do it as well. But be okay with critic. Be okay for your mom, for your dad, or for your friends to no longer want to be with you because you have ultimately changed. Be okay with your dad to tell you get a real job. Be okay with the people telling you to give up and move on to something else, because that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But you gotta just ignore all of that and focus and keep going and keep moving forward, because that's what ultimately is going to help you get to where you want to go. So be okay with critics, be okay with things not going your way, and don't listen to people, and know that never ever give up, because if you give up, as soon as you give up, you're out and you're not going to go to where you want to go. That's it, really. That's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave me a comment below. Tell me what's your biggest takeaway, and tell me why you want to be an entrepreneur. And if you're serious about business, I'm actually giving away my 7-step principle to start and grow an online business. The link should be either in my bio if you're watching it on Insta, or the link should be in my description if you're watching it on YouTube. Go and get started. Go and get my free training. And thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. Until